Gross.
Why?
Gross.
Hello, friends.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 13.
Yeah.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13.
It's 13. No, 13's unlucky. It's lucky 7. Whatever. It's episode number 13.
Of Coffee with Joan and Brent.
We should just sit here and just not look at each other and just toast. Just look at the camera. See if we can line this bad boy up.
Hi, Catherine.
Yes.
Did I nail it? I didn't get it. Oh, I did.
How about that? It's not sponsored. So, welcome to episode 13, Coffee with Joan and Brent. Thanks for joining us.
Yay!
Live from the mothership of our home.
Right here. The mothership.
We're home, fresh from jiu-jitsu,
Yep.
wiped out,
Yep.
but still here for you.
Yeah. It was fun. It was
Because
good.
you are who count.
It was a, hey! Look at you.
Oh, look at that! Peace out to our ethnic friend.
Oh.
I told her I was going to say it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What's up, Bria?
Anyway.
Brie. Remember that one?
Brie. So, yeah, glad to be here again on a Tuesday.
What'd she say?
See? I am cultured. She's funny. So, let's see. What did we do this past week? So, well, yesterday. Was it yesterday? No.
Monday?
Sunday. Sunday we went to Glen Rose, Texas, which is... Did you really just sing the days of the week to try to figure out which one?
No, I would just have that stuck in my head.
Oh, I thought you were like, okay, what comes after Sunday? I'm like, oh my god.
It's Jack's Storybot song, cause why not?
Why not? So anyway, we drove.
Times.
What? It's about 100 miles southwest of here. Went
Hundo.
to one hundo. We drove
Hundo miles.
Glen Rose, Texas. It's got all these dinosaur fossils.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But we went hiking there, and I was determined to not let Jack be carried this time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's getting too damn big for her. Yeah, because she's the one that always carries him. Because I'm usually carrying the pack. And then if it's me, I'll bitch and moan about it anyways. So I was like, no, you're walking. So, come on, man, you're going to get a marshmallow when you're done. Come on.
You said that halfway through.
Halfway through. And he still had another 2 hours to go. But you're going to get this marshmallow, kid.
That's all right.
So he hiked 5.3 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like up and down.
Ups and downs. I mean up and down Texas.
For Texas.
For Texas. Well, there's some elevation changes.
Okay.
I was kind of pissed off.
I'm not comfortable in my seat right now.
I was pissed off at the end because I looked on my Apple. I didn't have my watch because you took my watch, but I just on my phone. It showed the distance, but then
elevation,
it said 2 stories. I was like, we did way more than that.
It said 1 story.
No, I updated it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Updated.
It felt bad. It's like, give him an extra story. So we
it
did
counted that because of Jack.
Weather was crazy nice.
Yeah.
We made.
Hi, Garth. Shout out.
We made a decision. We're putting Jack into hockey.
Oh yeah. Yay!
More time at the ice rink. Back to the ice rink again.
Back to the ice rink.
You know what? I made it about 30 years. Let's just make it an even 50.
Yeah.
We'll make it 50.
Well, he seems to like it so far.
So we bought him skates.
I say like it. I mean, he really just enjoyed actually just being on the ice marching.
All right. So we bought him bought him skates, a helmet, gloves.
No, the basics.
The basics. Not putting him in full pads, but we're gonna get him out there and learn. He's asking to go out all the time now.
Yeah.
And then I got him a stick, just a basic flat-bladed stick. Got cut, taped up. Got him some foam balls and a roller hockey ball, and just out in the backyard passing it back and forth. And he loves it, and I'm loving it too.
He asks for it.
Yeah.
So it's cute.
So yeah,
it's actually really cute.
My plan, we'll see if it changes. My plan is to have him learn to skate for a full year and get pretty good, for a year, and then put him in pads, and then put him into a league.
I'm just gonna sit.
You're just gonna be that. You're gonna be that drunk mom sitting in the bleachers. Yep, that's her. So.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna be supportive mom over here.
Yeah, supportive mom.
No. I know.
What is this?
Valor?
Why?
I don't know, because I just had it with me and it smells good.
Which one's this one?
It's Jack's Brave Oil.
That one's okay.
You don't like that one?
It's alright.
I like this one
alright.
because it smells like, I don't know, just smells good.
Okay, so Joan got into this oil stuff a while ago, and when she got
this oil stuff.
I don't know, when was this?
I don't know, it was a few months ago, but
5 months ago.
I've been using them for.
So anyway, so she gets.
I've been using them for a while.
So she buys this stuff, this crap, and
this crap.
And tell me, kind of get into. I was like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, go for it. Just leave me alone. I'm like, how much is this stuff? Oh, okay. So she's buying this stuff.
Pause. I like how the price was the big issue, considering we've been eating I know, but grass fed, all this
why
stuff.
Why do you have to sound like that when you say grass fed?
Because it sounds so hoity-toity. But
okay, right.
But we've had to pay
But putting marsupial placenta on yourself—that's not expensive. So anyway, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. So
it wasn't an interruption; it was a pause.
Stop it.
Pause.
So you've been buying all these. I am cheap. Well, not really cheap.
No, he actually is not cheap. On this stuff,
I'm kind of a baller. In case you didn't know, I'm a little bit of a baller. So anyway, so she's buying this stuff, and I was like, okay. Oh yeah, it smells nice. That's good. Most of it smells good. Some of it does not smell good, but a lot of it smells good. But whatever. But I gotta say, there's a couple of things that I've tried that have worked. So peppermint, when she gives me that stuff, it's so good. Foreign. Whatever. It's I've had your other peppermint oil. It's way cheaper, and I didn't notice anything. But this, I'll put a drop of it on the roof of my mouth, and my headache's gone. So I was like, all right, that's well worth it.
Yeah.
She has this one called Digei's, which smells like if you bottled an Asian supermarket. It doesn't smell good. No. It smells very herby. It doesn't. And it tastes even worse. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, it doesn't great. It doesn't taste
But it fixes your upset stomach really quick. Like a drop, and you gag it down, but your upset stomach's gone. So I'd rather put up with the smell of, 99 Ranch in my stomach, burping that up, as opposed to feeling sick. So that's the other one. What's the other one I like? You use that Peace and Calming one.
Oh, the Peace and Calming one for
I don't know. You put it on and I fall asleep like a friggin' rock.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
And now, when we're in bed, if I can't smell it anymore, I find myself getting mad. I'm like, I can't smell it. I'm not going to sleep. So, is there any other ones that... You've got other ones that I don't know if they do anything, but those ones...
Well, the cleaner.
Oh, you've got a cleaner. That's nice. But I'd say just those ones that I've experienced.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
So, that's my...
Toothpaste is pretty
good. That's my
2 cents.
2 cents. Hey, speaking of Fatima, remind her to bring that damn candle. It's just been sitting here forever.
It's because it was stuck under some stuff, and I just keep it's right there, and I'm forgetful sometimes about things. Hey, I have to remember to bring all your stuff for jujitsu.
Oh, okay. I just have to remember to pay for this house.
What'd you get? You didn't get me anything for Christmas. If you've never seen that meme before, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But I used to get the store bought or the store ones.
Yeah, the reasonably priced stuff.
Yeah.
But then
reasonably priced.
However, I must say, because I'm this way about jewelry.
Yeah.
I can't you used to be can I just buy this costume jewelry?
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's not exactly cheap, but it's $50 for earrings or something like that, but it's not even real, which pisses me off. I'm just pay the extra $200 and get something real.
Yeah.
I hate wasting money on something that doesn't work.
That is true.
I will, this is why I'm not cheap, I would gladly spend way more money on something that works.
Yeah.
So if you know me, then that means that works, because I'd be we're not spending that on that.
He's not one to really...
We're buying more booze for daddy.
He's not
buying
one
more
to
booze
really
for daddy.
Say fake stuff.
Right. We'll see if it works. I took a before picture, because I took frankincense, and straight from the gift of Jesus, and lavender, and some coconut oil, and I've been smearing it all over my forehead, because mine looks like Braille. It's just
Your skin does look smoother.
Oh, shut up. It's it's got light filling it in, but it's looks like subway tracks, just these wrinkles across that.
Because he's so angry.
And
he doesn't work on his RBF.
I've got an RDF. And then I've been inhaling collagen.
What is this?
Brent is on here for shaming. Whatever, Miss Mercedes-Benz dealership. So, and then I've been taking collagen. So it could be either of those things, and we'll see if it gets any better. If not, I'm going to continue to look like Gordon Ramsay.
Just relax your forehead.
I can't. Like, I was looking in the mirror today when I was driving, and I look up and I go, oh, my forehead must be tense. And I realized it wasn't tense. And I was like, it's beginning. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the, here, I'm going to get like this facelift.
Your eyebrows.
Just calm down, madam. I'm going to get this facelift thing here, and then I'm just going to get that, like Bill Burr says, like that shiny look.
This is probably the most useless conversation
all
right here.
conversations are useless. Who the hell watches this? Remember people? Our friends are like, oh my god, your show really is about nothing, and I love it. I'm like, that's pretty much it. It's just us sitting here drinking for an hour after jiu-jitsu. That's pretty much it. Drinking coffee. You watching you smearing lipstick all over the damn thing. Hey.
I don't put lipstick on, or lip gloss on. I think I've had that for a few years.
I'm sure you have.
That's how.
See? Because I don't like wasting money on stuff that doesn't work.
Well, okay, so that brings me to the class that I'm going to actually have with Vesta.
Tell us about this class, Joan.
It's going to be a makeup class.
Oh, it's this Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to take us camping. Never mind.
No, you weren't. You were going to go the next week.
Last week. I know, but you said something, so I was going to take us camping. Oh, it's all right. Screw it. Guess we're not going camping.
Anyways. Yeah, so this Saturday we're going to be holding a makeup class.
You're white. You get wrinkles. It's okay. Damn it, Bria. Quit being over here white shaming me. I've got stress. I've got bills to pay.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't live off mom and dad's money all day.
Anyways, I'm doing a makeup class with her. So, Young Living actually has makeup. And I don't like to use I haven't used a lot of makeup since, like, competition days because my skin is crazy sensitive to pretty much. Stop! You can't even see it.
Hey,
I'm surprised because you're like a chalkboard.
I am like a chalkboard. I just found this furniture.
That's good. Now you're gonna break out instead of
this furniture marker that you use to fill in wood. I just figured that was gonna be my.
Nailed it. Now you just
can you see it?
Kind of.
Cool.
You're a mess.
I am a mess. Go ahead. Talk about your makeup seminar.
Yeah. So this Saturday.
I just have scratches on my head. I could use this. I could use the. Do they have a peach color that I could fill in these lines? Like these are like the grooves on the wood floor.
That's called spackle.
I need spackle. Go ahead, Joan.
So, anyways, for like the 15th time I've said this, I'm gonna have a makeup class on Saturday. This is not even gonna. Doesn't even matter.
Am I more of a medium brown or a light brown? I'm probably definitely a light brown.
I'm pretty sure there's no brown in your color. Stop! You're gonna break out.
No, it's this is from Old Living.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, look, I filled it in. It's filled in.
It looks good. Now you just have a red mark here.
Does it look good? Does it look solid? I figured this is the new way to fix your wrinkles. You just fill it in with furniture, wood filler, wood filler. All right. So, anyways, you're hosting a makeup class.
Someone wrote something I can't see.
White is the name of that color, Brent. Yeah, I agree. White is the name of that color. But,
like the whiteout. You know what they have the whiteout tape, so you don't have to wait for it to dry.
No, I should do that. I should use the whiteout tape.
Oh my goodness.
So your makeup class, Joan?
Having a makeup class.
What if people can't show up? Do they go to the makeup class?
Sure. It's Saturday from 1 to 3. So if you're watching...
En español. Sábado.
No. I don't know.
Anyways.
Saturday
from 1 to 3.
You get to try out some makeup.
Oh my god. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it a little bit, but then you get to try out some makeup.
How do we find out more about this? How do we go?
You can see, I will post about it on my Facebook page.
Right, so if you're not a freak, you're not a stalker, you can send her a friend request, and then you can figure that out.
Yeah.
But if you're a stalker...
What are you talking about?
If this is going out to the world...
That's true.
On YouTube.
It's just
so what if some creep that lurks in bushes wants to go watch people put makeup on. You want that person showing up? No, you don't. So
No.
they have to friend request you to find out info.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
I'm thinking ahead.
All right. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about makeup, and then we're gonna you get to try some on.
My head hurts. I've got waxy buildup now. That should be my nickname. Waxy buildup.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure you're breaking out into a rash.
Breaking out into a rash. I'm fine.
It's red.
Yeah,
and
I
they probably keep
scratched it.
scratching.
Well, it was sharp when I put it on. It's meant for wood. It's not like your chapstick that falls out onto your lip.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, you got your makeup class this weekend. So the main thing we wanted to talk about today, our main topic, as says in state. Were you still talking about your makeup thing?
I kind of was, but it's.
You
fine.
said it's Saturday from 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Get some information.
Because we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, talk
But
about
it's
it
fine.
more.
I'm gonna talk about it on our separate post so we can.
Please.
So he can go and
Talk about it.
Be ridiculous over it. Gosh, what's going on here?
Talk about it.
He's being such a mess. We're anyways. Yeah, that's it. That's all I guess I'm gonna say.
See?
I keep losing my train of thought because
Let Joan talk.
someone won't stop talking. Yeah, so 1 to 3, you get to try on different kinds of makeup. They don't have all the toxins in them that cause different things on your skin and your body. And because my skin is crazy sensitive, it breaks out, when air hits it. So, anyways, that's the whole point. So if you want to try out some makeup just for fun and you want to hang out with us for a couple hours because it's fun,
Are there going to be drinks there?
I might bring some drinks.
There you go. There's the motivation. What's the cost of this class, Joan?
Nothing.
Free 99?
Yeah, you get to come and hang out with me.
That is worth it. That is worth it.
This needs yeah. Truth. Anyways, so come hang out. Come hang out with me.
Yeah, I know
And
those
my
people.
friends, because they're gonna be fun. We all like chit chatting. We have a little bit of, why not try some makeup on?
That's what guys do.
Yeah,
Get together for the boys, have a couple of
put
beers,
some makeup on.
put some makeup on.
Yeah, why not?
Let's check out this rouge.
All right, so on to the topic of the evening.
Oh, okay, I want to make sure you were done talking about
Yeah.
what you were talking
Man.
about. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that you were good here. We good?
All right, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, why don't you tell us what the main topic of conversation was?
I don't know. You like talking, so
I don't know.
why
You wrote
don't
it down in your penmanship.
I did. Main topic.
Hmm.
So we've been talking about this all week, actually. The corporate life versus the entrepreneur life.
Versus the thug life.
The
I live the thug life.
So we're going to talk about just pros and cons of each, and just have a little bit of a discussion about that. So go ahead, take it away, Brent.
So anyway, we were talking about today. I'm going to just kind of roll into this a little smoother.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we had good conversations today with people about their past or their former careers and the pros and cons and what they liked about working in the corporate world and why they ended up moving on to entrepreneurial lives and why they decided to work for themselves. And full disclosure, I'm kind of firmly on the entrepreneur side, but I think as we get through the discussion, there's pros and cons for each of them.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, let's define. What would you define as a corporate type job?
I would say like a 9
Job
to 5,
that's
like
pretty
a 9.
corporate.
No, a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
You have a boss.
Mm-hmm.
That you work for someone.
What about
and-
part time though? What if it's just part time, but you do a bunch of part times?
What do you mean?
What if you have a bunch of part time jobs, like 2 or 3 part time jobs? Would that be considered kind of like corporate?
Well, do you have a a boss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's not. I wouldn't categorize it really as corporate. Corporate is more like the typical sit behind the.
Well, why don't we just do it this then? Like working for someone else versus working for yourself.
Okay.
We can probably talk about that.
Okay.
How about that?
How about we do that?
Let's do it.
I mean, nothing's set in stone here, but
I know. Well, it's written in pencil.
in pencil, I could erase it. That's why I use an eraser or a pencil. I use a pencil because it has the eraser,
That's-
which is incredibly small.
That's what she said.
Oh, Michael Scott.
Anyway, so working for someone, like having a job that pays you a salary or a per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So what
you
are
have
some
like vacation time and
so let's have some pros. Well, okay, let's set that up. What are some pros? Pros to working for, let's just say it's a company that's 40 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Pros.
you can go to work.
Okay, that's a pro.
Yeah. No, you can go to work at a certain time, and you can leave at a certain time, and that's literally when you work.
Yes. Okay, so you're
It
saying
doesn't have to come
it doesn't
home
bleed
with you.
over. So
Yeah.
I mean sometimes it does, but in general,
There's set hours.
like
where
once you're
okay,
off the clock, you are no longer
you're
working.
off the clock.
Okay, that's a good point. Let's see. What about
benefits?
Well, no, but okay, so you do have your set hours. You have a set schedule.
Mm-hmm.
What about like a steady paycheck?
Yeah.
For the most part, if the
steady
company's stable,
Mm-hmm.
every week or 2 weeks, you're going to get a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not in sales, right? Sales is totally a different thing.
Yeah.
But if it's just a non-sales position,
A salaried position.
you
Is
can.
that a word?
It is.
Okay.
And you can predict and budget
Yeah.
easily because every 2 weeks
Yeah.
I'm getting exactly this.
Yeah.
So I mean that's got to be a
So
dream.
it makes budget. Yeah.
It's got to be
budgeting
way easier. That's a dream. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some other?
Pros?
Yeah, pros.
They're like health benefits.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So a lot of times if you're full time, you get health insurance, other types of dental insurance.
Yeah.
Stuff like
You get
that.
those kind of-
That's heavily discounted to you.
Mhm.
So and you're
That's a huge one that everybody kind of.
and you have the
talks
availability to take part in a group plan.
Mhm.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we said you could budget, but it's also just steady. You know that you're going to get paid,
Yeah.
right? Unless like the company's
For
going
the
out of
most
business, right?
For the most part.
So okay, so and then I'm sure we can probably come up with some more.
You could get paid time off.
That is something that I've never had, and I've always been a little bit jealous of.
Paid time off?
Yes, 'cause
That's
people
called
on-
residual income.
Right.
Let's go.
We're not there yet.
I know, but I'm just
like
saying.
you see people on vacation, I'm like, oh my god, you're actually getting paid.
Yeah.
Because when we were coaching, or
That's not
just
paid
working
time
for
off.
ourselves, it's not because you go out of town, and the longer you stay, that's the less money you're making.
Yeah.
And then you're still paying for stuff. So
Yeah.
okay.
So that's a pro.
All right. So what are some cons of working corporate, or just working in a 40-hour full-time job?
Well, the biggest con for me is that you can't go do it. Like, I like to travel a lot, so in most cases they need you there because that's your job. In most cases, so you can't just leave. You can't just pick a time and be like, I'm just gonna go, unless it's in your pay time.
Yeah.
Like you have to request it. Essentially,
Unless-
you have to get permission to leave.
Well, I mean, some companies are cool. I will say that some companies are cool, and,
I know.
and you have they're kind of flexible. Like, as long as you got your job done, right?
Yeah.
But like, okay, so you can't just necessarily leave in the middle of the day and just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Or I'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Or vacation time, right? Even though you do have paid vacation time, like you said, you have to request that off a lot of times in advance. It has to get approved, and you only have so much. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and if you've been with the company a long time, 4 weeks. Which, okay, I mean, I'd take a month out of a year on vacation.
If you have a family, the hours that you work may be a lot longer, or you know what I mean. Like you have to be away from the.
Yeah, or if you travel a lot.
If you travel a lot,
Like they have you travel, yeah.
What else? I mean, I personally don't like sitting behind a computer a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, you can if you. I guess that would be sales, but yeah, you're
Yeah.
stuck in one place a lot of times.
Like
Not always.
like cubicles or offices or whatever.
Yeah, selling paper products. I mean, that's a rough one, right?
For me, that's a con.
Yeah.
And then if you just don't like the job, that's the.
Well, and then also, we talked about steady pay, but maybe a lot of times, if maybe the salary's not great. I mean, some people have great salaries and some people don't.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's 40 hours with your set thing. You don't really, it's not like sales where you have the opportunity to close something big. and get something.
Commission.
cheap for
It's
the
not
money.
commission
No.
based. Yeah. If you don't have that commission based
Right.
portion.
Right. So you're kind of cemented in there, and then a lot of times too, if you're trying to start something on the side, maybe you're so busy that you're not able to find that much time to start something on the side.
Yeah. If you want to.
Right. Okay. Now let's talk about. Should we go pros or cons first for working for yourself?
We can go. I mean, let's do cons.
Right.
But before we even get into it, I think the reason why we kind of wanted to talk about this too is because the majority of the people that we're kind of networked with are entrepreneurs.
The majority.
Of the people they're entrepreneurs, or I mean, and then we have people who are in the corporate world too. But a majority of the people are entrepreneurs, and they don't necessarily enjoy the quote unquote corporate life, and it's hard for them to see themselves in that. So that's in that realm. They're always like, oh, I could never want to be in a corporate job. And most of the time when you see corporate jobs, it's painted as this horrible, terrible
it's
place.
it's not put in a good light.
It's not, and I think it's a little one-sided because I think it's a lot one-sided, but that's why we wanted to that's why we kind of wanted to talk about the pros and cons, because I think that some people really enjoy having their set hours. They like that. They like that. They like getting their steady income. They don't necessarily like.
Well, let's get into that later.
But that's the reason why I think we wanted to have that discussion, is why I don't think that corporate is like, oh, it's so bad, and entrepreneur, oh, that's so amazing. No. I think there's a place for both of them.
And we'll get to that later.
So, anyways, okay.
Okay.
So,
cons. Is that the reverse sound?
Cons, yeah. Cons. Everything is your responsibility. Mm-hmm. Everything.
What? Oh, lighting is better. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, because I realized the last time the damn thing was here is like, I'm like this. So everything, like, the pressure's on you. Yeah. Right?
Literally.
If you don't work, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
That could be said, though, for corporate life, too, though. You don't show up to work, you're not going to get paid either.
Yeah.
But
true, but you can show up to work and not really show up to work, but you still get paid.
And your boss is probably the biggest jerk ever.
But that's how it's painted.
No, I'm talking about
working
for yourself, because you are your own boss. You are your own boss. Yeah. Right. So you push yourself.
So you better like yourself.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit like this for a while. I'm gonna sit like this.
Look, do I look closer?
Yes, you are, because you just got closer. It's a weird statement.
Do I look closer to your color is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant closer to the camera. Yeah, you just moved. So you're gonna put pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
There's time, like, your income is not steady at all. No. Right? I mean, after a while, you can make it steady, but you got to do a lot of work to get there. Yeah. Right? But you're going to have...
The startup is a lot more difficult.
The startup sucks, usually, right? Because you're not making much, and then, I got a little bit, and then it drops.
Yeah, because you're creating a foundation.
Right. And then a lot of stuff still is seasonal, right? Like real estate, it's somewhat seasonal, right? Spring and summer are big times, right? Yeah. Fall starts to taper off. Winter can be, like, pretty scarce at some times. Yeah. Right? So if you're not planned for that, oh my God, I've got this dead time. Please let spring come around. Hurry up. And you've got you have all these ups and downs. It's a roller coaster.
Well, and with like your job specifically, there's a ton of real estate agents, right? Yep. So if you're not experienced, most of the time people are gonna be like, oh well, that's a big asset of ours, so we don't really want to go with the brand new.
No, I only like the clients with the biggest assets. The fat assets.
Right.
Ben, I love myself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
What were we talking about?
Well, I don't know. I was talking.
Oh, experience.
Experience.
Thanks, Brent.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I need to speak with you guys because the conversation between us is not a conversation.
We're having some communication problems today.
But experience-wise, they want to go with the most experience. So it's tough at the beginning as an entrepreneur.
experience. You just said it a bunch of times. You're like, well, experience. So the thing is, with experience, you want to have people have experience because you look for experience with the most experience.
Okay. Did everybody get the word?
Experience. That's why I just finished it up with an experience for you.
Thanks. So, your foundation building at the beginning.
Right.
So those first, however long your foundation building is going to be,
right,
it takes forever.
Right.
So you're not necessarily generating a good income.
Well, and
whereas you start at a corporate job,
yeah,
you kind of can understand, like, okay, well, my first paycheck is going to be this much.
Another pro and con.
Yeah.
Corporate jobs require you to have a college degree, most of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Where if you're like me, who couldn't sit still long enough to accomplish that lovely task, entrepreneurship's the way to go.
Yep.
Either that or just homelessness. One of the two. So yeah, I mean, and the other thing is too with experience, when you're getting into an industry, right, and that maybe it's like a big asset for my thing, you know, people are going to want to know, like, how long have you been doing this? And you can always just say, look, you're my first client, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. And I think they sign with you right on that. On the dot. No, I mean, that takes a while to build up, and you have to get yourself going.
Yeah.
What else? Other cons? I mean, you have to do your own taxes as far as you have self-employment tax you have to pay.
Yeah.
Right? Which normally your employer splits with you. So you got to pay all that.
You have to meet all the new people.
Ugh. Yeah. Right? You have to build your brand.
Yeah. You have to build yourself. Yeah.
You have to do everything.
Yeah. You literally have to do everything at the beginning.
Right. But I mean, we'll get to whether it's worth it or not later. And then you also have to pay for your own insurance, right? You have that. Which, by the way, there's a guy I know that's really good. So if you need health insurance, a PPO plan for way less money, message me.
Yeah.
I'll hook you up.
That's another thing too, insurance. We'll talk about that. We'll have somebody else talk about that.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What were we talking about?
Well, can you think of any more cons of being self-employed? I mean, aside from the fact that you're going to be spending a lot of your own money trying to get it going.
Yeah, spending money. You might, as entrepreneur, you might be having to take on... What are you doing?
Well, I got to stretch, but I thought it looked funny on the camera. Anyway. Do you have any more cons for self-employed?
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Cool.
You're so distracting.
Am I distracting today?
Yes. Today.
Welcome to Coffee with Brent.
Welcome to Coffee with just me, I guess.
Yep. Oh, Ohio, Chad from Japan. So we'll
this is what I was going to say. So you have to have money to start up, like, whatever endeavor you're going to do. So you may have to take on other jobs.
Yep.
To help pay for it first.
So that's why, if you're going to start something too, a lot of times it helps to do it on the side.
Yeah.
Do it part-time.
Yeah.
And grow it until you can make that transition.
Yeah.
Okay. So pros. Pros of working for yourself.
You are in charge of everything.
Yeah, that's true. That same thing. You're in charge of everything can be a con and a pro.
Yeah. You are your own boss.
Right. So if the company fails or it sucks, it's your fault. But if it succeeds, it's your fault.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep. So I think that's the biggest pro.
Freedom. Right.
Is the freedom.
You don't have a boss saying, well, that's not in our guidelines. You can't really do that. We really want you to wear pants when you're at work. Not here. Not in this house. Not in this house. There are no pants.
There are pants, but...
Are there? Are there?
I don't know, Brent. Please put your... Jeez. You get to go where you want to go. You get to decide how successful you're going to be or how unsuccessful you're going to be. It's up to you because you can take the time to see.
What if I secretly am?
Really...
What if I secretly am a successful entrepreneur disguised as Not
that.
Joan's not being very fun today.
I'm not being fun.
I'm really fun. I'm most funnest.
You're so fun.
I am fun. I'm my fun daddy.
Oh God, that's coming back. Yeah, but you are in charge of how successful you are, and you are in charge of how unsuccessful you are, because essentially you get to read the market. You get to reach out to all your ideal clients.
Yep.
You get to dictate what works and what doesn't work.
Yep.
You get to dictate what you want to wear. You get to dictate how you want to present yourself.
Pants or no pants.
Sure. Pants or no pants. You go go have fun.
I do. I
go
gallivant.
pantsing around.
I do.
As
There's emails sent that are pants free. What is that thing making a sound?
What else?
Well,
you can travel when you want.
you have no one to blame. You can't blame anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a pro or a con, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can take off as much time as you want, right? And if you're able to do it while you're working, while you're traveling, go do it.
Yeah.
That was a huge plus for us,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I want to go somewhere and not get paid, well, I can go somewhere and not get paid, but I won't get fired.
Yeah.
Or if I want to go somewhere and work while I'm gone,
Yeah.
do it.
You get to kind of dictate your own schedule and how much time you really want to dedicate to it.
Yep.
Nobody else has to tell you that.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and your earning potential is unlimited.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean, as long as
just
it's something that you create that you can scale,
Yeah.
it can be very lucrative to scale this thing. I mean, you can make millions working for yourself, right? But you can also make nothing, right? So it's kind of like in being in this steady channel. Well, now we're going out in the ocean, and you can either make it really far or drown. I don't know. It's kind of
It's a weird analogy, but that's okay.
It's all right. It's probably this product I just poured on my head is probably seeping into my brain.
Probably.
Yeah.
Stick that on your
I
forehead.
don't know how to do that.
Oh, this is a mess. The
Too much.
waxy crayon for the
It's not a
for
crayon.
the wood floor.
It's not a crayon. It's a furniture stick.
It's essentially a crayon.
It's more firm.
It's still a crayon. It's a more expensive crayon.
Crayon.
Oh.
So, okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
we've kind of figured out the pros and cons of each, full-time job versus entrepreneurship, and each one has its pros and cons, as we just established.
Yeah.
But, okay, so
you made fun of me for saying experience a few times.
All right, so what kind of person should go into each?
That's really dependent on, I think,
I
season
want
in
names.
your life.
I want
think.
names.
I think that actually depends on a season in your life.
Like spring?
I think everybody has the. I think honestly, everybody has the potential to be an entrepreneur. I said potential. I think they have the potential to do it. Like, they can do it, but I don't know if their wants or their desires dictate that.
I'm going to disagree with you on that
Okay, you
one.
can disagree with
I
me.
will. Because I think some people have just no business sense, or do they care about business? All they want to do is create, maybe. And if they don't have maybe like a significant other that would be pushing them in that direction, they would never start their own thing. So I don't think they have the potential. Not everyone has the potential to be an entrepreneur.
They have a potential. Like, this pencil has the potential to go right into your forehead. But if I wasn't there, it wouldn't make it there, right?
This has the
This is
potential
a perfect analogy.
of being the weirdest episode. Episode 13. It's like Friday the 13th. It's just a weird episode.
It kind of is.
Yeah. Oh well. So okay.
But,
No.
yeah.
All right. So you're talking about the season of their
I'm
life.
just talking
whether
about
they're
potential.
Are they
It doesn't-
retiring?
Yeah,
Are
or
they-
if they're literally at the beginning. I mean, really, every person's life is completely different, right?
Like YOLO.
Sure. But I think for me, for example, when I was at a certain point in my life, it was good that I was in a corporate setting.
Sure.
I know my nose itches.
No, that was like your Pinocchio lie. You're like, I loved corporate.
No, I didn't say I loved it, but I'm saying it was
the right
needed.
time. Right?
It was the right time.
Right.
Had I been there forever, I probably would have. I don't know what I would have done, but I did not like it too long enough. I liked it for exactly what it needed to be.
Right.
For me,
right.
because I could not sit in one place. There's no way. I can't even sit in one place now for that long.
I'm watching you.
Yeah. So I think it depends. I think it's seasonal for a lot of people. And let's say someone wants to be an entrepreneur, like someone wants to start something up, but they have no money, right? If they don't have anybody to kind of help fund their dream or help fund their thing, they'll go find other. Like there are some people
like a sugar daddy.
We can use sure. We can use Steve Jobs for example, right? At the beginning, he didn't have any money.
He didn't have a sugar daddy.
He found investors and whatever. Oh my gosh. He's like extra push buttons today. He wonders why his son pushes buttons.
Yep.
It's all from this area right here.
Circle of life.
But it's okay.
It is okay.
Tomorrow's a new day.
That's right. So anyway, Steve Jobs got investors.
Yeah, like I think that some people are super gung-ho about it. Like they'll go all in regardless of where they're at, like financially, I guess. But some people need like an income to be able to pay for what they...
To finance the dream.
Yeah.
Right.
Like let's say they have a family that they have to take care of their family.
Yeah.
Right? Just to provide food.
Right. But they can still be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
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 But I guess I'm saying like what kind of personality would be most suited for like a 9 to 5, right? Like
it depends on what they like doing. It really depends on what they enjoy doing. Some people really love having that structure. Some people really love having, okay, I go in at a certain time, I clock out. I don't have to think about any kind of work after that.
That would be nice. Like seriously, like that sounds like that would be nice just sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
But again, some people just don't have the same type. They don't want, I guess their freedom comes in different.
It's compartmentalized.
A different form, right? Like for us, we like to travel around. Some people don't necessarily like to travel around, so they like to just hang out. Like they like to
and enjoy the weekends.
They really enjoy that.
Yep.
And to me, that's very foreign because I really like traveling.
I'm gonna be honest though, sometimes it does sound good, right? Like
yeah.
Every now and then you're like, oh my god. Like if I just didn't have any other responsibilities, right? Like I just had to be there 9 to 5, get my stuff done. And then as soon as I clock out, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it the next day, and weekends are off.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that sounds like, oh, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
But like on a very, very short term thing, right? Because I mean, you and I, we're thinking about our jobs almost 24/7, right? We wake up and we kind of think, okay, what kind of things can we do? What can we create?
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad thing. It's not like, oh, we're forced to.
No.
But it's just we're excited about it, and we're always trying to find new ways to expand and to improve and to help other people.
Yeah.
Right? So it never really stops. It's like we got back from lunch today, and then like, oh, let's write out this plan, and it's like, and today's our day off.
Yeah.
Spending it with you guys.
But I think that it's our, see, that's the pro-con thing. It's our job to separate that time, like work from family, or from whatever. And that's actually a very difficult part because the jobs themselves require different hours of the day to be present. Mm-hmm. Very, very different jobs. Yep. Plus, like with our family, I'm trying to homeschool.
Yep. That's
so
a whole
that
thing.
requires another. That's like another.
That's another episode, right? And that will just be Coffee with Joan, and that'll just be about you talking about like just trying to be an entrepreneur and a stay-at-home mom and a homeschool mom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you still have all your hair. So actually, that would be a good. You know what? That sounds like a blog post, right?
What?
What I just
the
discussed.
Hair part?
Not the hair part. Just stay-at-home mom, homeschool mom, and entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right? Like 2 businesses.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn impressive. I gotta say, babe,
well,
I'm impressed.
Thanks.
How about that?
Well.
If I had a hat, it would be off to you.
Yeah, that's a difficult part about entrepreneurship is just trying to compartmentalize like your time, right? Because if let's say for example, when we were in Vegas for Christmas,
right,
that's considered vacation time.
Yep.
Right? We're just away, we're traveling, right? And we're with family
right.
and whatever. But there are times where I'm like, I can do some work right now, very easy.
Yep.
Like,
But that's because we want to, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. It's not like, oh, my boss has this deadline, I gotta get it. It's because we want to.
Yeah.
So
because we want to improve we have to improve our
right.
job, or else we don't have anything.
Right.
Right. So it's good and bad in that sense. The entrepreneur.
Would you say it's a scary thing for someone to say, "Hey, I'm going to be an entrepreneur"?
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of people have a hard time deciding what they want to do, because. Do they want to do it as a job? Do they want to do it as a hobby? Do they really, really? Because I think that's another thing that a lot of people do. They take something that they like doing. Like, I don't know. Like they'll take something like
knitting cat feet or cat shoes.
Knitting cat feet.
I don't know.
No, they'll take something that they like doing, right? Like on the side, like
knitting cat shoes.
Knitting cat shoes. Right.
Painting dog toenails.
But just like you said, that some people think, oh, well, you should turn that into a business. Okay. I'll turn it into a business.
Is it solving a problem that people have to have? Is it going to make you money?
Well, and it's not necessarily the money thing, but do you want to dedicate that time to making it a business? Because making it a business, like selling something, like just because you're like, oh, here, I'm making it, so I'll just sell it.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to turn it into a business, that's a whole different world.
Oh, especially a full time. If it's just a little side hustle.
If it's a side hustle or whatever, that's fine. But a lot of the times, people will be like, you should make it a business. You should make it a business. But they didn't want to. Like, they just didn't care to do it.
Right.
And
I just thought about that. But I mean, how many times do people do that with their degrees? Oh, you really like knitting cat shoes. You should get your master's in cat knitting.
And then they go. But I think that's the hard part to decipher is just, what's wrong with your back?
It's just, I don't know, muscles just tired. I don't know.
Probably because you were leaning back and forth.
No, I need to lean back and forth. I think this is me trying to have good posture, and it's just hurting me. Here, there we go.
If you slide off that chair, because it goes.
Just did.
But sometimes you kind of have to take, like, whatever it is you're doing, and if you really would like to turn it into a business, you have to really think about it, because there's a lot of, it's a different beast to turn it into a business as opposed to keeping it as a hobby.
Right.
But it all depends on how you'd want to do it. What?
No, nothing. I'm just being a little bit sidetracked today. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You just got your sleeves around your hands, and then I saw this, and I thought you'd be like Ariana Grande with her, like, Ariana Grande and Ariana making tacos. Hey, she laughed with me. Okay, we're on the same page.
I did laugh. I've laughed at all the other ones.
Just not today. Look at those eyes. Feisty. Okay, so we also talked about some people, though, are more natural worker bees. Right? They're really good at, and they don't mind it. They don't mind putting their head down and helping the company out and staying with it 40, 50 hours a week. And this is my job, and I'm very focused. And I feel like the people that are really good at that were the people that were really good at sitting in school.
Yeah.
Right? Could sit still and love school and could take a bunch of tests. Like, not me. And those are people that really benefit from just having the structure of a corporate environment, right?
Yeah,
and,
but you need those people.
No, they also, a lot of them, if they're good and
Yeah.
they're smart, they work their way up. They can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they can. There are people that in corporate, they can make a fortune. I mean, look at the bankers, right?
Yeah.
But it just depends if you're willing to put in the hours in that strict of an environment and play by the politics and the rules of that. That's when there's politics in that. There's no politics here, right? Like, I can make a fool out of myself. It just can affect me later. But at home, I mean, just my wife might leave me, right?
Jeez.
If it's that bad. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that people have, I agree. I think people have their strengths, I guess would probably be their strengths.
Strengths.
Their strengths. Some people are more creative. Some people are more, worker bee. Like they love organizing stuff. They love, putting things into spreadsheets. They love doing that. I don't.
Yeah, I used to think I liked more of it, but I'm not.
I don't. I like the way it looks.
I'd hire it done.
And I think I need it to be done, but for me to actually do it, it just doesn't end up being that way, and it ends up frustrating me. But some people love it. They like like their outlook looks amazing because
I would do that.
Yes.
Stuff about it.
Gosh, she was so good at I tried to do it once and I couldn't figure out where to put two emails.
You just throw the laptop across
the room.
there
were 2 emails. I was like, is this consistent? So I made a miscellaneous folder, and then everything ended up in the miscellaneous folder. So, but I think I think that your strengths go into different parts or different roles, right? For example, in my job as a photographer, I'm more of the creative side. I can see things. I've learned to become more technical.
Yeah, you're definitely more creative than I am in that.
Yeah, but I like doing that. I like being creative, and the reason why I learned the technical stuff is so I can become more creative.
Right.
But as far as the sitting behind the computer and doing all the business stuff, not my biggest strength. Mm-hmm. I'd say the computing all the fun stuff that I need to compute and whatever. Not my, contracts and all that. He's better at that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I just love doing contracts.
No, but he's better at it. That's his strength. I can do it. I know how to do it, right? I know how to do all the contracts. I know how to do all that, but it's not my biggest strength, I would say.
Fair enough.
So when I get big enough, that will be somebody else's job. Boom. Leveraged.
Leverage.
Because I'll pass it on to someone who needs that job and likes doing it and will absolutely do it.
Totally outsourcing it.
Yeah.
Leverage other people that like doing that stuff.
Yeah, leverage their strengths.
Let them make money. They can do their own thing. Help them, and then frees you up to make more time to make more money to do what you do best.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's another nice thing about working for yourself is you can pass it off, right? A lot of people wish that they could pawn off what they do.
Yeah.
And they probably could too, right? In a corporate environment, just hire a virtual assistant, have them do all the work.
Well, so another point that we were talking about earlier was why corporate jobs get painted such a terrible picture. Mm-hmm. Because they're always like, here you go to your 9 to 5, and then you go and leave, and then you go home, you're so tired. But that's how it's all gray and drudgy, and I don't necessarily think it's that terrible.
No, I think
I just don't think it's that
if you're
terrible.
in a company that you don't believe in.
Yes, if you're in a job or a position that you do not like, and you don't like and you think it's your only option, and that's the only reason why you're staying there, then I think the corporate job is not the life for you.
Sure.
Or at least that job in particular is not good for you.
Yep.
But
and
maybe
you're just miserable the whole time. I think that's the thing,
That's the thing.
Go find another job.
Go find another job.
Like right now, the economy's booming, right? Go find another job.
Yeah.
Right? Or, there's no other jobs like this. Well, then go study and go something else. Yes.
That's the beauty of being here is you have so many options. And I think, I don't know what we talked about last week that brought this up again, but it was the Cheesecake Factory menu. You
were talking about, I don't know, something.
Whatever, that came up twice, 2 episodes ago.
Oh, I think we were talking about, when you're looking for, you're starting your own business, right? It's like the Cheesecake Factory menu. There's so many options you can do to where if you're in your own job, it's just it's like a really nice steak restaurant. It's here's 3 items. That's what you get.
Yeah. But even in the corporate setting, you send your resume to 50 different places.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's tough. But I think the mindset that we all have to get into is there are options.
Yep.
There are options. Whether it be a corporate job or a sports job or any place that has a boss, right? Mm-hmm. You have options. You can go anywhere else. Go into the place that you actually feel like you're going to be useful. Yep. Go into a place that's going to pay you more than...
That's going to pay you your
That's
worth.
going to pay your worth and what your value is.
Right.
Because a lot of times people will stay in their jobs only making just enough to pay rent or
That's what we were talking about today during a meeting. It's
and they work their butt off too.
But I mean, everyone has to sacrifice, right? And if you sacrifice in your self-employed and you're working really hard and you're only making 50 grand, but you go, well, I mean, this sucks, but I do have the potential, I can make 500 grand, right? Okay, cool. But if you're working in a corporate job and maybe you're making 200 grand and you're sacrificing, but hey, 200 grand's pretty good. All right, fine.
It's setting you up for.
But if you're only making 50 grand and you're miserable and there's not that much opportunity, like, oh, I might make a 52 next year.
Yeah.
Like,
you're miserable.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Start your own thing on the side. Grow that big, and then step over and do that.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, we're saying that with Jack, our son, we're going to fully support him no matter what he wants to do. If he wants to go to college, go for it. We'll pay for it. No, he can.
I'm just kidding.
He better have some scholarships. That's what that boy better.
Well,
have.
He's going to know how to make money because he's already learning how to make money.
That's right. And or if he wants to learn a trade, he can do that. Or if he wants to, do what I do or you do, fine.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, he's not getting tied down to, well, you better, go to college, take out a bunch of student loans, go to get a business degree and, work your way up the corporate ladder and, turn gray by the time you're 50.
Yeah.
That's not what we want.
Yeah.
So he's seeing us as he's growing up.
Trying 19,000.
Yeah, but he sees the failures. He sees the successes. He sees the ups and downs. He comes with us.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, he's going to know, from our mistakes and our wins, what to do. And he'll then go and make his own mistakes and win. But that's fine. That's part of it. Right? Like the mountain of success is built on, or is it the peak of success is built on the mountain of your failures? I mean, but that's what it's all about. It's a challenge. And we're in this country, right, where you can do anything. So why not take your risk here? Yeah. You got enough safety nets, right? You're not going to starve. Yeah. So take your risks, and if not, you can always go back and get your job.
Yeah. There's always an option.
There's always an option.
I don't know if that was something that was implanted in my brain from childhood.
Oh yeah.
It may have been because I've never not seen an opportunity. I guess.
What was implanted?
The fact that you can always no, just that there's always you can always grow. There's always opportunity. Yep. Nothing can stop me, regardless of
America.
what.
Everything's for sale.
Yeah, well, and I think that's my mom and dad grew up as they worked as engineers, right? But they found jobs and they worked. They continued to work. They made it work. But I think I was always raised to see opportunity. Raised to see opportunity, but also you don't let anything really stop you. There's not really anything that...
No, there's nothing that should ever stop you.
That stops you. Whether...
There's obstacles that are going to get thrown your way for sure. That's normal.
Yeah.
But it's how do you respond?
But it's not everybody else's fault.
No.
That you're not successful.
Right. It's your own.
It's your own. Regardless of you being at a corporate job.
Yep.
Or an entrepreneur.
Well, that's the hard thing too, right?
So...
To look at the mirror and say, hey, that jerk in the mirror is the problem. Yeah. Right? That's really hard. You're much better off to come up with some sort of excuse. Yeah. That's always easier. Yeah. Yeah. I think I realized why my back hurts. Why? Golf. I golfed yesterday, and then I went to Topgolf too yesterday. So.
Oh, you've been golfing a lot.
Yeah.
Really likes golf.
I can't get into it that much. I respect it. It's kind of nice being outside.
I know what I can go do outside.
Eat.
Yeah, have a picnic.
That's the thing though about being okay, so we've talked about it and I'll just touch on it briefly, but so you set your own hours, right, when you're self-employed. Yeah. So it's kind of cool for me that on Mondays I take a couple hours off and I go and take, Jack out and I have father-son time with him, and then that evening there's a kid, Ethan, that I mentor, and I take him out and we do stuff like that. And then all day Tuesday is Joan and my, it's our day. Even though we work, but it's just us. Jack goes and stays with my parents.
For the first half of the day.
Wednesday is family day. So it's all of us and we're going to go do something because that's our weekend. And then, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday we work. Yeah. Right? But, I mean, if something comes up, well, I can work, I can move something. Last Sunday I didn't have anything planned, so we went out hiking in Glen Rose for the day. Yeah. So you kind of have a lot of flexibility, but we also know that there's going to be times coming up as spring hits that I'm going to be so swamped that we're not going to be going anywhere for a while. Yeah. I'm just going to be swamped. So let's take these times and enjoy it now. Yeah. Right? So it's our own choosing of how flexible we're going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Like in my industry, I can always tell people no. I can say, no, I'm not going to take on this lead right now. Or I'm not going to take this listing. I'm not going to take this buyer. You know, I'm going to take a week off. I can, but then how much is that going to cost me down the road?
Yeah.
Right? But I think the main thing is, if it's not a real boss telling me to do it,
yeah,
it's my own choice. And, you know, you don't tell me what I can do. I say what I can do.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to do this, but it's because I'm saying it.
I'm saying
not because you're telling me to do it. What movie was that from? I'm going to sit down, but I'm only sitting down because I'm saying it and not because you want to.
I don't remember.
Was that Bridesmaids? It sounds like it.
It sounds like it, but...
Such a funny movie. Anything else to add to the...
I was trying to think of the... What was I trying to think of? I don't remember my point.
No.
We'll just sit here and ponder for about 30 seconds.
We'll just watch... we're down to one person watching, so we'll watch some good stuff.
Everybody's go to bed.
Yeah, including myself.
But,
anyways, you can mold it to whoever you want to be. You can take that dream and you can make it as big as you want, as long as you have a good product or a good service. You give the best service you can, and you expand and you believe in yourself. You know, and neither one is bad, right? You can do either.
Neither one is bad.
Just do what you want to do. If you're in the corporate life, make sure you're doing a job that you like to do, that you love it.
And you find more pros in it than you do cons.
Yeah, and just because you feel like you're stuck in one thing, you're never stuck.
Yeah.
Go find something else.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, some people like, I hate this job, but the money's really good. Well, good. Then take some of that money, set it aside, or save a lot of it, and then start a side hustle.
Yeah.
And get that built up, something you want to do, and then once you leave, you have this big cushion of money that you can start this other thing and hopefully grow it big enough to where you start your own thing. And now you're living the entrepreneur thug life like us, and it's stressful as all hell, but I don't know. I think it's totally worth it.
Well, I'd be stressed out at a corporate job.
Right.
In a different way.
Right. But now you know it's your own
To me,
fault.
right here, it's worth it, though. Like, I think that's the other point. Well, that was the other point we were trying to make, is the sacrifice that you're making worth the value that you're getting, right?
No.
So let's say, let's go with the corporate job. Okay, the corporate job. You work from 9 to 5. I just say 9 to 5 because that just happens to be
like Dolly Parton.
The time. Yeah, that just happens to be the time frame that's associated with that. 9 to 5, right? Is that sacrifice of however, like those hours, that sacrifice of you sitting there doing a job that you don't like, worth it? Worth it to you? Worth for what you're getting, for the amount of money that you're getting, for the whatever benefits that you're getting. The time away from your family or whatever, is that worth it?
Right.
In the end,
really
think about it. But that's my point.
Because when you're working entrepreneur life, you're probably working 80 hours.
Yeah, but the point is, like, stop trying to grab my hand.
I love you, baby.
Is that sacrifice, the sacrifices you're making, worth the value? Because the sacrifices we're making right now, as far as, not making a steady income, not going to a job that's going to pay us benefits or whatever. That sacrifice to me, or like the hours that we're putting in now, that sacrifice to me is worth it in the end because it gives me the freedom to do what I want.
It's like, Let's Make a Deal. Do you know that show, Joan?
I do.
So right now, with a corporate job, we could have your sure thing. I've got $1,000 for you. Do you want this, or do you want to trade it in and see what's behind door number 2? I always want to see what's behind door number 2 as an entrepreneur. Now, it could be a donkey.
It could be.
A lot of times it was a donkey they gave away.
Yeah.
Which I always wonder, can I have the donkey?
Yeah, like, is the donkey mine?
But it could be awesome, right? Like, you're like, do I want this sure thing that I know that's not that great, but it's definitely a sure thing? Or do I want to shoot for the moon and it could be a bunch of crap? Yeah. Or it could be awesome. Well, I'd always go for the thing that's awesome, right? I mean, that's kind of basically what entrepreneur life is, right? You're taking the step off the dock, saying, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna get away from the sure thing, but I believe in myself. Let's go see what can happen." And if not, go back, get a job, and try something else. Start it on the side and do another one.
Yeah. Well, so in the corporate life, you have your certain amount of hours, and if your goal is to legit just make that much money
Yep.
to be able to pay your bills, do this,
To
do
fund your
that,
lifestyle,
like,
yep.
yeah. If that's what you want, then by all means, like, keep that job. That job is meant for you.
Yep.
But if you are, like, miserable, you're unhappy, if you're doing, like, let's say the sacrifice you make is working those hours, but you make a good amount of money to help support your kids, or help support your family, or help support your I don't know, a family member that might be sick or something. You're taking on these jobs for a worthy cause.
Right.
Worthy in your eyes.
Yep. That's
right?
the main
That's
thing.
the main thing. Is like is that job worth it in the end?
No.
But that's the thing. Like
that's your call.
That's what you decide, not for anybody to tell you that entrepreneur life is definitely the best life.
Yep.
It's the best life for us, but it may not be the best life for somebody else.
What about a pirate's life?
That could be for you.
A pirate's life for me.
Yes.
Yes.
If I could be at Disney, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we need to plan a Disney World trip again, because that was one of the fun trips.
Okay.
We still think we didn't really decide on a trip.
We have not. We're still working
But
on it.
we were looking at the other, people had a lot of options.
They did have a lot of options. I just haven't thought about it since then.
Yeah.
We've been living this entrepreneur thug life, so. All right, anything
But
else
yeah,
to the conversation?
that's all I kind of wanted to say. I was intrigued by this idea of entrepreneur life versus corporate life, because a lot of times I just don't like that it's painted with the bad picture, because it's not necessarily a bad picture, because you need those people.
Yep.
But you also need entrepreneurs.
Yep.
So it's not all just one.
Nope.
It's not, and it's not all,
No, because
it's
what
not
the
all
thing is,
good and it's not all
it's
bad.
usually the people that are bitching about their job should be the ones that should be entrepreneurs, right? Because they're just...
Or they should just go find another
go find
job.
something else. But a lot of times, what they're complaining about, when they come to us, we're like, why don't you just start your own thing, right?
Yeah.
But most of the people that don't complain, they're probably quite happy in the job.
Yeah. But if they do, like, let's say they start, what is stopping them from going on to the entrepreneur life?
Risk and money and benefits. We talked about that, right? Like, so I'm going to give up this sure thing. And, is my family going to starve? Yes. For the short term, but I mean, just save up, write it out, plan it out.
Great weight loss plan.
It is great. It's great. Just start your own business. Work for yourself. You'll get skinny.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I mean, there's sometimes I think, oh God, I wish I was doing the corporate thing just short term. But overall, no, I love it. I wouldn't trade it in for anything.
And I think we've been doing it
We've been doing it a long time.
A long time, because coaching was kind of like that.
It is like that.
No, well, because we didn't
have a boss.
We kind of had a boss.
No, we didn't.
Well, I guess
not coaching, we had clients.
When we taught classes, we did. But yeah, we had clients, and I think that's the...
We had clients, and then, yeah, I mean, I've been coaching for a long time.
Yeah.
And then real estate and the CBD and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, always working for myself, always, and my parents always put it in me that, you can do anything, you can be this, great thing, starting your own business, it can be life-changing. So that's what we've done. So you do what's best for you, people.
Yeah, and I think that takes a lot of introspection. And
cojones.
Yeah, on both ends.
Cajones. Welcome to Coffee with Joan and Brent. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, just if you're in either one, I think you just have to evaluate your values. Really, evaluate your values. Figure out what's right for you. If you're miserable in either one, let's say you're miserable in entrepreneur life, figure out what's going on.
Yeah. It may not be for you.
It may not be for you, but not to say that you can't do it, because you can.
Maybe you just need some coaching.
Maybe you just need somebody to help you out.
Yeah.
I still think people have the potential to,
That's
be entrepreneurs, just like this pencil. Lots of potential in this pencil.
It's like a potential.
Look, see, I raised its potential.
And it's now a potential. So, all right. This wraps up episode 13 of Coffee with Joan and Brent. Check out her Young Living products. They are actually pretty good, even though I think they're expensive, but they work really well, so I only pay a lot of money for good things that actually work. Yeah. So check those out, because they actually do work. If you want to get into real estate reach out to me, SWR Group at Keller Williams. Like and subscribe when this eventually hits YouTube.
Yeah.
You guys send me the videos.
Yeah.
We haven't put last week's up either, but anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, notification bell, thumbs up, share, do whatever you gotta do.
All the
Peace out.
fun stuff.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.